Welcome to Yogaxpress, the mobile stretch clinic that takes yoga to the people. We are in episode number 108 today, and the reason I make that observation is 108 is considered an auspicious number in Hindu mythology. You don't have to follow, we're not going to go into any spiritual stuff. I just want you to understand that it is considered an auspicious number, so it feels auspicious to me. It may or may not feel auspicious to my wonderful participant here, Adina Marmelstein. Adina, does 108 have any meaning for you? Necessarily, maybe not.
It may, but I may not know about it.
Okay, maybe.
But it's very interesting to hear this.
Right, a lot of gods in India have 108 names. And I guess that's to explain each facet. So it could be Lord Ganesha, the intelligent, Lord Ganesha, the benevolent. So give them all the different qualities with a different name. But we are not. I promised you, and I won't do it. We're not going to go into the spiritual or religious side of things. That's our own personal terrain. That's why we don't teach meditation on this show, simply because meditation is a very, very private practice. Everyone has a different way of meditating. And a different kind of ambience is needed for everybody. Some of us may want to meditate in the middle of Times Square. You want to try and zone out all the hustle and bustle of the police cars, the sirens, the fire engines, whatever. Some of us may be very comfortable sitting in our own little corner. Some of us may be meditating, as Adina did yesterday, in one of the postures. She was in a forward fold, totally in meditative state, and I had to be sure that I got her out of it before she went into her own little state. No, but that was a beautiful, beautiful posture. I didn't even want to disturb you from it, but we had to finish the show. So, we're going to try and pick up where we left off yesterday. We were into Paschimottan Asana. Paschimottan is bird beak, or Paschim is east. It's literally east facing, so I don't know what bird you want to be. You want to be a toucan, I'll be a crow, whatever bird you want to be. But it's like the whole body folds forward looking like a beak. So that's where we're going to start. Before I proceed, a little bit of housekeeping for us. We follow a simple sequence, an ailment-specific stretch sequence called 48 plus. It contains 48 basic common denominator stretches that are actually taught in many yoga schools, in most yoga schools. Adina, you didn't find anything that was unfamiliar in this sequence, right?
Absolutely not.
They're all basic stretches. They may have different names. It's just like anything else. You may give 2 or 3 different names to the same stretch. At the same time, you have different stretches with the same name. So it doesn't matter what we call it. The idea on this program is to stretch, to compact, to feel good about ourselves. Yoga is all about feeling good. At least at Yogaxpress, it's about feeling good. Yoga Secrets just contains 8 ailment-specific cards, but other than that, we also have a postcard with the 48 stretches. I'm going to hold it up so our cameras might be able to pick it up, and a fridge magnet. Stick this on your fridge, put this in your handbag. Don't give yourself or us any excuses not to stretch, because if you can move, you can stretch. Yogaxpress airs Monday through Friday. I remembered to say Friday this time. Last time I omitted Friday, I said Monday through Thursday. I have no idea why. Monday through Friday at 1:30 on Time Warner 57, RCN 84, and FiOS 35. We're going to continue where we led off. Last time, wherever we stopped, we're going to continue. So it's going to be Paschimottanasana. Let's extend our legs out in front of us. I'm going to stagger myself just a little bit. Now, Adina's very tall. She needs a lot more mat space. I'm happy where I am because even though I have all my paraphernalia there, there's plenty of room for me. Flex your feet. Extend your legs nice and straight. Flex your feet. And make sure you feel a beautiful, beautiful stretch in your hamstrings and the back of your legs all the way through. So notice something else. This program is also about self-awareness. Notice something else. If you point your toes, you will feel a stretch in the front of your lower extremities. You flex your feet, you feel a beautiful, delicious stretch in the back of your legs. So just be aware of the difference. It doesn't matter if you're taught to point your toes, that's fine, but just be aware that that is the muscle. The front of the legs is what you're going to be stretching today. And we were just talking just before we started this episode, sometimes we discover little muscles that we never even knew we had. So this program is about stretching. It's about feeling good while you stretch, releasing those wonderful endorphins, and discovering muscles that you never thought you had. It's about retraining our muscles. So basically that's all we're doing, just retraining and being aware of ourselves. Flex your feet, inhale, bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling, take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in. Clasp your palms in any manner that you've been trained to do. Now keep your feet nicely flexed. What we're going to do, Adina and I are going to exhale and fold from the hip. We're going to keep our back nice and straight. Exhale and fold. Think of your hip as the hinge in your body. It's the fulcrum, it's the center of your body, especially in a seated position. And you want to make sure that you feel a beautiful, beautiful stretch in the back of your legs. Now, if you're in a little bit of pain, it's okay. Release, lift your knees off the ground just a little bit, but know that when you lift your knees, you're not feeling that stretch as much in the back of your legs as when your knees are flat. Also, it's not important. If you notice, Adina and I are at different levels in this stretch. Adina has long legs, she also has long arms, and she has a beautiful fold. So she's got her hands all over her feet. So she's nice and comfortable. For me, I'm fine where I am. The point is, do the best you can on any given day and just compete with yourself. You don't have to compete with anybody else. Keep exhaling, and every sip of air that you let out of your body, you will go a little deeper. Inhale, get your palms together. Let's come up, keep your back nice and straight. Exhale and release. Ooh, doesn't that feel good already?
That was very good.
Very nice. And we resisted the temptation to bend our knees. If you bend your knees, sometimes and many people don't even have to do that. They can go all the way forward, touch their head to their knees. But if you cannot I have a little man's feel here. I've got to get rid of that before I can go touch my forehead to my knees. But I'm very comfortable where I am today because I know that every day I'm making a little more progress. I'm sure Adina feels the same way every day.
And the more you stay in that position, if we spend a few minutes.
That's right. If you stay a little longer. But if we stay in that stretch for too long today, you guys are going to tune us out. So we're going to just show you how to get into the posture. How long you stay in that position is up to you. Depends on how much time you have today. Having said that, we all have the same 24 hours in the day, but it's just that you have your priorities. Okay, after this, let's go into, what else? Oh, you mark the cow face. That's good. Tuck your left heel under your right thigh. Place it in such a way that the sole of your left foot faces the back of the room. Now, use your props, use your hands, and move your right leg over your left knee. You might think this looks very familiar, and it looks very similar to Ardha Matsyendra, but it's actually cow face, and the difference is, in cow face, the soles of both your feet are facing back. Now, if you notice, and there's another thing I need to point out, if you notice, my knees are not exactly aligned just yet. When they're aligned, they're supposed to look, and I've asked a few different yoga teachers about this. Why is it called cow face? Go mukha. Go mukha asana. Go is cow, mukha is face. Some teachers have told me that when both the knees are aligned one on top of the other, it's like the mouth of a cow. Other teachers have told me when we get our arms up, you know how you get one arm raised and one arm behind? It's like the ear of a cow. It doesn't matter what it's called. We just feel happy stretching. Now, a little trick to adjust your knee to come a little bit over one another. I push it as much as I can, and then I press with my palms. I lift my buttocks off the floor and then take it back just a little bit. So now I'm tightly one on top. I'm trying. I don't know. Am I? Almost there. Adina is very comfortable. So watch Adina. And make that your goal today. Try and get your knees one on top of the other. I'm very comfortable right here. I can already feel a beautiful stretch in my abductor muscles, the outside of my upper right thigh. And as we fold forward, which we will do in a moment, after we raise our arms, we will also feel a beautiful compression of your upper and lower abdomen against the right thigh. So now, your right leg is over the left leg. So we inhale, raise your left arm. So this time, left arm comes over, right knee comes over, left arm goes up. Exhale and dip your hand behind your trapezius muscles. Trapezius are the muscles at the base of your neck, in the back of your neck. I'm going to adjust my left foot just a little bit. Now we're going to very gently take our right hand from behind, from the right side, and try to clasp our hands together. Once you've got hold of both your hands, once you've made the connection, straighten your chest, inhale, look up, and hold. Now, once you feel very comfortable in this posture, when we open up our chest like this, we're taking a lung full of air, so we're expanding our chest. We're going to now exhale and fold forward just a little bit. And if I'm lucky enough, I might find that my forehead might touch my knee. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will for Adina. Exhale and fold. Josh, keep going if you don't mind. We have a show on. Thank you. Exhale and fold. Now, my forehead is not going to touch my knee today, especially on this side. Maybe the other leg will be a little luckier to receive my forehead. Now, just feel a beautiful stretch. And when we come forward, you'll also feel a beautiful stretch in your biceps, which is unusual, in your biceps in the right hand and the triceps in your raised left hand. Inhale, let's come up. Exhale and release. Let your hands go. You're going to want to shake your hands out a little bit. Whenever you hold a posture, our postures are being held for longer and longer periods of time. Over the last 107 episodes, we've started holding it for a little longer. And that's the progression that we are aiming for. So you want to do the same at home. Let's switch legs. Let's untangle ourselves. Place the right foot under the left buttock. The sole of the right foot faces the back of the room. Move your left foot over. Left leg goes over the right leg. And this time, I can feel it. I can feel my knee is almost, actually it's better aligned than the other leg over because my left leg is a little more flexible. We all have our imbalances and I'm aware of it, and that's important. We need to be aware of our imbalances and we just make the most of our strengths. Like I always say, make the most of what you have, come to terms with what you don't. If my leg is not going to fold fully today, I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I'm going to do the best I can. So this time I don't need to do my little cheat practice. I don't need to adjust myself too much. I'm fine. You look very good. Please make sure your left foot faces the back of the room. Very nice. That's when you get a beautiful stretch in your Achilles and the left side of your ankle. So you're stretching your ankles as well in this posture. Now your left knee is over, right arm goes up. Inhale, raise the right arm. Exhale, dip the right hand behind your trapezius, behind your back. Take the left hand from behind, clasp your hands together. Again, my reach is a little further this time. I'm a little more comfortable clasping my hands together. And I can feel a beautiful tricep stretch in my raised arm. How do you feel, Adina? You feel that?
This is a great position.
That's another thing you need to know, folks at home. Be aware that when you are able to get into a posture very comfortably, very soon, very quickly, it becomes your favorite posture because you feel good in it. And that's what it's about. It's about feeling good. The moment we feel, oh my God, this posture is too much of a challenge, we don't like it till we get better at it. So we're going to work towards that, towards getting better. You should also feel a beautiful bicep stretch in your upper left arm. Hold, exhale, and release. Release the arms first, and then the legs. You'll wonder, why do we have to release the arms first and then the legs? It's a very practical answer for that. You need your hands to untangle your legs. So that's where we are. So let's go. You know what? Good. Keep going. Very gracefully, let's transition into capote, pigeon. Take your legs out. You know how you took it? I'm glad you didn't go all the way back. Swing your left leg all the way back behind you. We're going to go into a posture called pigeon. Place your palms just on the side of your right knee and then adjust your buttock So you can adjust your left leg, your extended leg, your left leg goes back. So till your left leg goes all the way back, keep your toes curled in and push your left leg back till your pelvis comes really close to the floor. Once you are as deep as you can go in this posture, you want to uncurl your toes. Now this is the pigeon posture, so your chest is nice and open, so you're expanding, you're enhancing your lung power. You're not moving your diaphragm, not stretching your diaphragm as much, but you are stretching your pectorals. So you should also feel a tightening of the low back muscles and a tightening of your gluteals. Gluteals are your buttock muscles. Adina and I think we both like this posture very much, so we're going to exhale and fold over. Exhale and fold. Feel a compression of the lower right part of your abdomen on your upper right, inside of your upper right thigh. Keep exhaling. You should also feel a wonderful stretch in your abductor muscles on the outside of your upper right thigh. So you feel a compression, you feel a stretching, you just feel wonderful all over. Press with your palms, inhale and come up. Very nice, very graceful, Adina. I can see you through the side of my eye. As gracefully as you can, let's bring our left leg forward. Fold the left leg in and then extend, swing the right leg back all the way. Even though we use the word swing, we're going to try and swing very gracefully. Take your left leg out, curl your toes in till you can push your right knee and right leg as far back as possible. Bring your pelvis close to the floor. Now again, chest is out. Inhale, take a nice deep breath of air. Exhale and fold. Keep your back nice and straight. Feel a wonderful compression of your lower abdomen on the left side, on the inside of your upper left thigh. You should also feel a beautiful stretch in your abductor muscles of your left thigh, the outside of your upper left thigh. And when I uncurl my toes, I will feel a little bit of a quad stretch in my right leg, the front of my upper right thigh as well. Inhale, push with your palms, come up, keep your back nice and straight. Exhale and let's swing our legs. Bring our legs, both our knees under us, and let's sit like we sit in Vajrasana. Feet are flat. We're going to sit down as we sit in our starting posture. And this itself, in itself, is Vajrasana supine or diamond posture. Vajra or Vaira is diamond. But we're actually not going to stop there. We're going to continue into another posture called Mahamudra, grand gesture. It's this one, Adina. In case you're wondering, it's a full forward fold with our hands behind our back. So we're going to go down with our hands tied behind the back. Okay, just to show you how it is, and Adina, you may want to go sideways as well. We're going to take both our hands behind our back and clasp the opposite elbows. If you're feeling very strong today, you may want to do what's called a reverse namaste. Clasp your palms together and bring them behind you. This is just for the cameras, but I'm going to turn back to the front in a moment. Now, you will realize that if your palms are clasped together, you're going to feel a little more of a stretch in your upper arms. Your fold may not be as deep, but you will be challenging yourself a little more. So, let's fold over. Exhale, fold over with a straight back. Exhale and fold. Try to touch the floor or the mat with your forehead. If it doesn't touch today, that's all right. You can use a little towel. I'm going to use my little napkin to make that connection. Whatever you do, make the connection. Resist the temptation to lift your butt to touch your forehead to the floor. Try to keep your butt down. And now you should feel a beautiful, beautiful compression of all your internal organs in the front of your body on your upper thighs. Doesn't that feel good, Adina?
This really relaxes all the muscles.
It's very relaxing, that's right. And it's so, it rushes the blood to the head at the same time in a very calming way. Let's inhale, engage your low back muscles, engage your upper abdominals, inhale and come up. Straight back.
It will go away.
Exhale and release. It does feel very calming, very nice. Okay, how are we doing for time, Danny? We good to keep going? Actually, no, let's keep going. We're all totally charged, so I'm not going to stop. Even when the cameras stop rolling, we're going to keep stretching. Let's get into 5 minutes. Oh, that's beautiful. We are very, very much into time. We might be able to get in the shoulder stand we were talking about. Shoulder stand, by the way, a special treat today if we are lucky. If we're lucky enough to be able to finish the next 4 postures within the 5 minutes, we'll talk you through a shoulder stand. It's not part of the sequence, but it's known as a queen of all postures. By the way, the king of all postures is the headstand, and we're not going to do that. I'd rather be a queen than a king today. Okay. And we are. That's right. Adina and I are in a posture called Baddha Kona. Baddha Kona is cobbler. And if you notice, if you've ever seen, maybe on the internet or if you visited India anyway, cobblers sit this way with their soles close together. There's a big nail over here with a flat top, and they turn your shoe upside down and, you know, knock nails into it. We don't use nails anymore over here, but in India we still do. Because it's cheaper too. But it's fun. I've taken a picture of a cobbler sitting this way. Okay, once you clasp, the soles of your feet are together. Your heels are very close to your groin, so you want to be really close. And bring your knees as close to the floor as you can. If you think your knees may not come down today, feel free. You can sit on a brick. That will actually let me show you. When you sit on a brick, it actually brings your knees down. This is also great for a meditative posture, which is called Padmasana. You can sit this way and that brings your knees down. I'm not very comfortable with the brick today, so I'm going to take it off. And this time what we're going to do, you should feel a beautiful stretch in your abductor muscles on both the thighs, the outside of both thighs. You should also feel a wonderful pelvic stretch on the inside of your upper thighs, which are the adductor muscles, and we're going to feel a beautiful compression as we go down in the lower and upper abdomen. We're going to exhale and go down. First, let's take a nice deep inhale, open our chest. Exhale and fold. If you feel your knees are resisting and they're starting to come up, push them down with your elbow. Keep going down. Now, if my head is not going to touch my toes today, I'm not going to worry too much. I'm going to place this little brick at the middle orientation. And just about made the connection. Inhale, come up. And I did that just for a few seconds, but I felt it. So tomorrow I'll try and hold it a little longer. Inhale, let's come up. And let's transition directly into Bhujang. That was the next one. Okay, we're going to go into prone position now. We're going to take both our legs back, extend it all the way out, come down into Cobra or Bhujang Asana. Bhujang means cobra or snake. Now, palms are just below the shoulders, and with your fingers played, your toes are nice and feet are flat, toes are extended. Now, Bhujang or Cobra is the only posture in this sequence where you have your forehead to the ground in start position. Very nice, Adina. Keep your elbows close to your body. We're going to inhale and tighten our low back muscles. Inhale, we're going to lift our torso, peel our torso off the ground. Inhale and lift. Push with the outside, with the upper part of your feet. Push on the ground so you can lift your body higher. Now, try to keep your elbows bent. Very nice. We have about 3 minutes. We're doing good. Inhale, hold your posture, not your breath. If you want, you can push further and come up, but make sure you don't go all the way up because that changes the name of the posture. It becomes Sphinx. So you're going to be in Cobra. Exhale and release. We're going to go directly on our back. It's a supine posture. We've got 2 supine postures and then the shoulder stand. I'm going to take my fancy plastic clip off my hair. We're going to go into Viparita Karani. Viparita Karani is unique inversion. Viparita is unusual or unique. Karani is inversion. Place your palms are flat, palms facing down, palms are under your buttocks. That's to give you that extra leverage. Keep your elbows close to you, extend your legs out. Inhale and bring your legs. Now use your lower abdominal muscles to lift your legs off the floor. Keep your left feet flexed. Inhale and lift. Hold it right here. This becomes Viparita Karani. Now we're going to go transition directly into Plow or Halasana. Inhale and lift. If your toes touch on the other side, that's great. Use your hands to hold on to the base of hold your buttocks up, hold yourself, prop yourself up. Do not move your head from side to side. Enjoy the music. We're going to come down very gently. Keep your head, neck where it is. Do not move it from side to side. Exhale, come down. And we won't come all the way down. We're going to go directly into shoulder stand. Let's see how we go with that today. And hold. Now, Danny, you have to signal. Anna, Danny, signal to us when we're timed out because we are going to go to sleep. Anna, Adina, how do you feel?
It's been a wonderful show. Gets every muscle.
Yeah. I think we stretched and compacted all the organs, stretched all the muscles. I discovered muscles I didn't even know I had, so it feels good. Remember, folks at home, this is about retraining neglected muscles, massaging your internal organs, oxygenating your insides, feeling fresh, feeling good about yourself. Thank you for staying with us. Oh, wow. I'm just going to enjoy the music. So play some music at home and enjoy your stretches. It'll help you.